Hi, welcome to the show. So on my channel, I like to encourage people to use both hands equally in order to become ambidextrous. So I've written 2 books on the subject of becoming ambidextrous, and in both of my books, I give many tips on how to practice using both hands in order to strengthen them over time. So today I wrote something, and I would like to read it to you. So, throughout all of history, it has been noted that almost all people in society have been right-handed. And this also applies to the world's population today. So almost all people in the world are right-handed, 90%. And so I asked the question, why should almost all people in the world be right-handed? How did it come to be that almost all people in the world are right-handed? Is this happening because of genetics? I believe that almost all people in the world are right-handed because for some strange reason in history, society decided that using the right hand is the best way to go. So I believe that the reason that almost all people are right-handed is not just because of genetics, but it's actually because people think it's the right hand to use, the right hand. So I started to use my left hand in high school because I wanted to strengthen my body. And so I just began to use both hands as an experiment. Over the years of using both hands, I have noticed that using both my hands has also strengthened my mind as well, because I feel that I have also strengthened my ability to use my imagination, and that is also that by using my left hand as well, I have also increased my memory. I have written 2 books which help people understand why it's so important to actually use both hands, for the reason that almost everything in our bodies comes in pairs, such as your kidneys, your lungs, the hemispheres of your brain, and almost all of the systems in our bodies, such as our reproductive system, muscular system, nervous system, immune system, and all of our other systems as well. In my books, I also give many examples of fun ways that a person can strengthen their body by participating in many fun activities, such as playing sports, playing musical instruments, writing, drawing, working out, which will help a person develop their physical strength over time. Can you imagine what it would be like if you could use both hands equally? Can you imagine how much more strength that you would possess? To me, it doesn't make sense that almost all people are only using one arm the most. And I believe that since most people are only using one hand the most their entire lives, this might be making them much more weak than they should actually be. If all people are only using one hand the most, this may also be affecting their health as well, which may be the reason that most people die of a heart attack or stroke. Today I would like to give a tip from my book on becoming ambidextrous, and this tip will really help people that want to become ambidextrous. In order to increase the strength of your weaker non-dominant hand, arm, you must give this weaker non-dominant hand exercise by doing things such as writing, playing musical instruments, exercising, and doing many other things. But what is also really important when using your weaker non-dominant hand is also knowing when to relax your weak hand and allow it to rest up. For example, one day I'll use my hand to do all of my chores at home, such as washing dishes, sweeping, making the bed, taking out the trash, and so I will use my left hand the most this day in order to take care of my responsibilities. The next day, I can then switch to using my right hand to take care of all my responsibilities again. But since my right hand has been well rested, I can then excel at using my right hand to get everything done. But at the same time, I will be resting my left hand up so that I could then switch back to using my left hand all over again. If people were able to use one hand one day and at the same time rest up their other arm, can you imagine how many responsibilities they will be able to accomplish? The real secret to becoming ambidextrous is the fact that you'll actually become twice the strength that you are now, both physically and mentally. I believe this will truly become the future when people start to actually apply it to their lives. Can you imagine how much more humans will be able to accomplish if we were all ambidextrous? So, I'm encouraging all people to use both hands equally, therefore to strengthen their body and their mind. One day you could use your left hand to do all the chores that you need to while resting your right hand, and the next day if you wanted to switch and do the opposite, which is use your right hand and let your left arm rest, then you will then become very ambidextrous and at the same time strengthen your body and your mind. So this is what my channel is about. So I'll be doing demonstrations of playing guitar, writing, creating art, playing drums, and all the things I do with both hands. So I hope you're excited to also try to learn to become ambidextrous yourself, because that's the point of this channel, trying to encourage all people to become ambidextrous as much as they can. Therefore to strengthen their body and their mind and possibly live longer. So check out my books, which is Humans Are Amazing, Discovering Your True Self, and also Becoming Ambidextrous, The Doorway to the Mind of God. I'll leave a link in the description below. Please let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as I mentioned, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll be really excited to talk to you about what I'm doing. So thanks for watching this episode and tune in for the next episode coming up.